Guys, it's your favorite retired lazy girl Dom, and today's vlog is going to be a winter uglies avoidance routine, and just how I stay consistent and stay motivated when the weather is like disgusting outside. So it is currently November 12th today, and like a couple days ago we got snow, and I was thinking it was warning snow, like, oh yeah, it's gonna snow eventually, and like, cool. It's been snowing every single day since then. So we're in winter, and I'm not loving it. It's very cold. It's gotten into the minuses, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. But this is when I know I have to really get into my routines and get serious about them, because if not, I will not be doing anything. So I started off the morning at Pilates. I've been trying to wake up earlier, so I booked as early as I can muster of a Pilates class. The studio that I'm going to right now is about like 30-40 minutes away. So I booked a 9 o'clock class, which means I had to be up by around 7 so I could get ready and eat something to be out by around 8, and to get there a little bit before 9 so I can get a decent spot, because I'm also filming UGC for that studio, so I need to be able to film, and I don't like to film with other people in my shot, so I like to sit in the back, but I have to get there early to get that spot. So that's what we did. And then I just went into Walmart because I needed to pick up some more of my elements. This is essentially what the Tower 28 spray is, but it's cheaper, and this is a Canadian brand, so we love that. They sell it in Walmart, and it's also on like their website and Amazon. But this is great for after a workout spraying on your face, and if you have like eczema, which I do on my hands. I've had it like my whole life, but right now it's on my hand, just this one finger actually. And to spray it just to get like bacteria out and make sure it doesn't get any worse, and it kind of calms it down and soothes it a little bit. So I had to pick up that, and then I needed like lotion. I just got the Nivea one. Honestly, Nivea, people sleep on Nivea. You need to, this is like $7, and it's more hydrating than all the other ones that I tried, other than like Vaseline, but the Vaseline was $9 and smaller, so we're going with Nivea. Snack, I got a Slim Jim. I was going to try and find those chomp thingies, but they weren't by the cash, and this was, and I love a Slim Jim. So we got that, and just like true fruit. Not the most healthiest, but something that's going to get me through it. And sometimes you have to give yourself a little bit of grace. And then I got a Poppy. This is the main like snack that I wanted, but I got the Poppy that's like the cranberry fizz. They only bring this out like once a year, and I love this one. But yeah, that is how our morning is going. I'm going to take you guys through all the things I do to kind of get away from the winter uglies and make sure that I feel my best during the winter, and also set myself up for success for the new year. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay, we're back on the big camera now. I haven't filmed on this camera in so long too. Like, I always film on my DJI, but I wanted to film, or push myself to film on this camera when I'm inside the house, just because it's a big camera. I can take it out, obviously, but sometimes, like, especially if you haven't been filming for a while, it's just, like, a lot to carry everything around. And also, I don't have a mic that actually connects to that camera, so it's easier for me when I'm out and about to have something that has a mic, and that is the DJI for right now. But I think I want to get the mic mini eventually, just because it's a lot smaller and just, like, more discreet that I have a mic on, because the DJI mic, like the mic 2, is kind of big. Like, people say, oh, like it's nice and small. It's small compared to like really massive mics, but like it's actually kind of big. And when you're filming like that in public, people are just staring at you and it's very annoying. But now I'm filling up my element here. I have two. I have a little travel one, and then I have this one that I keep in my house, and then the travel one I just put in my bag when I'm going places. So this is great to fill it up. And then this size too, like, what is this, a liter? No, 500 mils. It is $20. For the Tower 28, I swear the little tiny one that's like this size is like $20 too. So if you've been looking for hypochlorous acids, like I said, it's good for killing bacteria on your skin, especially after workouts. It's great if you get like body acne, if you get face acne, if you want to clean your hands a little bit. It's great for that. But for me, I use it on my face and I use it on my hand, like I said. And all I do is I just spray it, you let it dry, and you're good to go. I also like to do it like before I do my glazing milk in the morning and right after do all my skincare, just to kind of give me a glow. And using this throughout the day, I don't know if like it's supposed to do this or it's just how it works with my skin, but after like the day, my skin looks like glass. Like it literally looked like it's like not shiny, but like it's glowing, right? So we love that. And we got a refill, and I still have some of this left, so that's great. Now I am going to take a shower. I was gonna go to a cafe to work. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna make a coffee here, have my poppy, and then do my work here. What I have to do is work on some content. I need to script out content, all of my reels for my business. And I already did the carousels yesterday, so I'm going to script out the content. Depending on how much time that takes me, I am going to create the carousels. I have a couple of templates that I use that I've created on Canva that I just slot them into, and then I will like work on like the copy for the captions and stuff. But that is the plan for today. My breakfast slash like lunch type of brunch because I had it at like 1 o'clock, and now I'm gonna get into my work. Another thing I'm focusing on though when it comes to food is making sure that I have enough fiber. I've noticed, especially from the beginning of the year to now, I've upped my fiber a lot, and I've noticed that I've lost a decent amount of weight. I lost almost 30 pounds now. At the beginning of the year I was like around 180, and now I'm in the 150s, so that's great. And then also I just feel better. Like I'm never really bloated unless I have something that I'm not supposed to have, and like my body just feels better when I'm doing my workouts and just like in general. So that's something that I am keeping as a priority, as well as getting my protein in. Of course, you can't really do anything without protein, especially if you're working out like I am. Usually the goal is to be in the gym 2 days, which are leg days usually. If I go a third day, it's a back day, and then in Pilates for 3 to 4 days, depending on like how the week goes. Right now, I've been going a lot just because, like I said, I'm doing UGC for the Pilates studio, and I had class pass, so having both at the same time, like I kind of have to go every day to get rid of all of the stuff. So that's been great. I want to also start doing stuff at home though, just because it's gonna get really cold and I'm not gonna want to drive how I usually am, because today like that Pilates studios is pretty far from me. I don't want to drive 40 minutes to go to Pilates, so I need to use my mat. And I got a nice mat last year. I got a ball mat for Christmas, so I need to be using that. So I'm probably gonna do some Pilates by Izzy and stuff like that. But yeah, so now we're gonna hop into some work. Like I said, I don't think I really explained it on here, but I'm going through like I feel like I'm always going through a transitional phase, but I'm going through another transitional phase. And I am transitioning my business just because I kind of took stock of like my life now and how I want it to look in the next like few years. And I realized that there's a lot of things that I want to change, namely like doing physical work on wigs and stuff like that. I don't actually want to be tied down to that because that was my like bread and butter, and I want it to be something that is an option as opposed to it being like the main thing that I do. So I took a step back, and like I know a lot of people may probably think that that's kind of wild, like you've built this business. I've built like a 6-figure business off of wigs, and now I'm just saying, yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. But realistically, even to say if I wanted to go back into corporate, stuff like that, doing this type of work, although it's like very fulfilling for me and like it's fun for the most part, it doesn't look the same when it comes to it transferring into like a corporate sense. Because yes, I've scaled a business from 0 to, you know, multiple 6 figures through content alone. However, when someone looks at that from a corporate standpoint, they're like, yeah, but you only worked for like a couple like corporate marketing roles, and like you don't have any other clients except for yourself. Like it's, you know. So that's another reason that I wanted to switch over. And what I'm switching over into is mostly social media management. That's what I want to actually be my bread and butter. And then also taking on teaching. I've been teaching now for the last year, so teaching hair coloring, and also doing like content strategy for other small businesses, mostly hair businesses. But I do want to broaden out and do just social media management for probably local businesses to start. I'm really interested in doing like Pilates studios, like med spas, beauty things in that realm, and like maybe coffee shops, stuff like that, because those are the things that I frequent. That's the content I consume. So it's something that I have a lot of, you know, experience in and like understanding in what the market is looking for. And also I think that that would be fun, and it would give me a lot more freedom to be like, okay, I'm working this amount of hours and I can go take a trip. I can go and do this. I can do this without saying, oh, I have to let people know that I won't be here, because I can work from wherever. Whereas with wigs, I have to be in the office that the wigs are in. So that's just what we're doing now. So I haven't launched my social media management as of yet, like fully to say like, oh, I'm open for business, come book me, like whatever. So that's what we're working on right now. I'm working on all of the content that I want to post within the first couple of months. I'm working on getting the first at least month scripted out, shot listed out, everything like that, so that I can film probably next week. All of that content, doing a lot of talking head content, doing a lot of carousel content just to, you know, start up and position myself. And then I'll be, you know, on the grind, cold outreach, doing all of that. So that's what we're working on. It's going to be coffee time soon, but I still have my poppy in my little anthropology glass. I have a problem with cups. I really love cups. I love to collect cups, and this one was just really cute. So I got it. I think it's worth it, and I think it brings a little bit of whimsy to your drink every day, but I'm running out of space, so this will probably be one of my last ones. Probably not actually, but yeah. Okay, I'm going through my stuff, but I wanted to share with you guys just a little tip that I do. And if you create a lot of content, a lot of written content, this is a great hack. It's kind of a hack. It's kind of just, I've been doing this since uni for the most part. But what I do is I dictate all of my stuff, because sometimes it's easier to just talk than it is to be typing all the time. And also I have carpal tunnel, so I don't want to be typing all the time. And then what I do with that is I'll give myself like a rough script. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing my scripting, and then I'll take it into an AI. I personally like to use Claude just because it's a little bit better for creative projects. And what I like them to do is to make my script flow better and sometimes be more concise, because sometimes I do ramble on and there's a bunch of like fluff that doesn't need to be in there. And since I am creating short form content, I want to make sure that I can fit it in like the 30 seconds to 90 seconds, whatever it is. And then I can go in and make it just sound a little bit more like me. This is a great hack, especially if you're creating a lot of content. Like right now I'm creating, like I said, a month's worth of content. Being able to do this, it's going to make it so much faster for me. And I'm still going to be able to maintain like what I want to post, because I'm not having the AI write it for me. I'm just having them be like my proofreader and my editor type of thing. So if you are a content creator or you do social media management, this is a great way to like get your stuff down, especially if you're doing multiple clients. This is going to be so much easier for you to get through, because I swear, like, the scripting and like copywriting is the longest part of these stuff for me. Like, filming it, once I have my shot list, I know what I'm filming. It's not going to take that long, but actually coming up with the script and stuff like that, especially when I'm like teaching in them, is going to be like a very long process. So this just makes it a lot faster and just a lot easier. You already have a lot of stuff going on, especially if you're a business owner, you understand. So one last thing, try it. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna take, just because I didn't realize one of the things that I thought I had done, like all the research I wanted to do on it, I didn't. So I was just looking some stuff up and kind of just thinking for half of it. But it's now like 4 o'clock. I'm still going to make my coffee. And then I'm gonna do my editing. I think after that I'm gonna do some reading. I've been reading the Science of Pilates, which is like it's not like a study material, but I guess it kind of is. But it goes through like the anatomy of the Pilates moves and different things like that, because I think I mentioned it in the last vlog, but I'm thinking of taking my Pilates mat certification next year. So I want to kind of get that out of the way and kind of learn it before, because everyone that I've like heard that's taken it, and like everyone that I've looked up and Pilates instructors that I know, they're like, yeah, that was the hardest part. And I'm like, I was not a science person, so yeah. So I'm trying to learn that before. It's pretty interesting so far. I've actually taken a break from reading it. I've just been doing too many other things with my brain, so I'm like, nah. But I'm gonna try and get back into it today. And then I wanted to do a little bit of my evening like self-care slash prep for the next day routine with you guys, just so I can show you different things. And these things help you too with like, if you feel like you just feel bleh and like ugly in the winter because you don't have the motivation to like take care of yourself, what I like to do is set daily minimums. So if I am going out, at least my hair needs to be done, my skincare needs to be done, and be dressed in something. Like, it can be activewear, it can be like a matching set, whatever it is, but I need to have those things in order for me to feel, good to go out. And those are things I like to do inside the house too, but since I've been filming a lot, it's been a lot easier too to keep those in check, because I know I'm going to be on camera, so I'm going to film it. But even doing stuff like my overnight curls and making sure I style my hair at the beginning of the week makes things so much easier. So having those minimums are going to help you a lot, because at least at the bare minimum, I have this done and I look at least at this standard for myself. Whatever that looks like for you, do that, but those are my minimums. So now we are going to head downstairs and make the coffee. I'm gonna edit on my phone because I just have a lot of short form stuff to edit, and then we will get into our reading. Cozy corner again, but this time I am going to be putting in these overnight curls because I am getting tired. It's really only 7 o'clock, but I don't care because I want to be comfy. So I want to put in my curlers and basically get ready for bed. I'm probably going to do my skincare too, just to get it out of the way. And sometimes I like doing it a little bit earlier because then it doesn't like get on my pillows and stuff, because it has time to soak into my skin. So I think that works. I already showered just after Pilates and stuff, so that's all done. I just have to do these things, and I love getting these rollers, like this is one of the best inventions. Shout out to the girl who invented them. I don't have the original ones because the shipping is the same price as the product, so I will not be getting those unless I can ship them somewhere in the States. But the idea is the same. So you can just wrap up your hair and you do not have to worry about styling in the morning. And it really extends your style, because even like for me, because I do glueless wigs, I could easily like quickly style them and then just be good to go the next day. But doing this, I just like take these down and I'm like basically camera ready right in the morning, which is amazing, especially because I already don't like waking up early. Imagine I had to wake up earlier to do my hair before going places. I can't do it. So this is great for me. And also I am really planning to get a sew-in. I think that's gonna be my style. I think that's gonna be what I want to do, because when I had the U part, I really liked it. I liked the look of like not having lace and being able to have some of my hair out. And with my hair, like it's very fine and it's fragile, so especially the edges, like the middle part of it, it's not really it's a completely different texture, but the edges are more fine and fragile. So I find that having them out is better for them than having them underneath things, like even with the wig, because I'm not touching them. My hair is in like flat twist right now and I'm not touching it. But for some reason, the perimeter of my hair takes forever to grow if something is on it. But I do think that if I had it out and I was able to, like, you know, I mean, not that I'm not able to deep condition and stuff now, but I was able to just have nothing pressing on it, I think that it would do a lot better. So I think that's going to be the style that I want. But I'm wanting to do like curly bundles. And I don't know if I want to do like 3 bundles, 4 bundles, or like, I don't know what I want to do. And then I also have to think about with my workouts, like how that's going to work. But to be honest, even though my hair is like very coarse, not coarse, but it's like very tightly coiled, it stays straight a long time. Like when I had the U part, or I had like a silk press, other than like my very edges that get wet by water when I'm washing my face, everything else stayed straight like for 2 weeks. Like it would just stay like that. I have low porosity hair, and for the most part I keep it moisturized, so it does not revert the way that I was thinking it would. So we might be good on that front, but I need to see how it performs in like a sauna or a hot class. We'll see. Maybe I would just have to schedule that around when I'm going to be washing my hair, or wash my hair more often, which is also an option. But yeah, I want to do that sometime in the winter. I'm not sure when, like sooner rather than later, but also I need to figure out who I'm going to. There's a couple stylists that like are on my radar, and I have my like natural hairstylist that I go to. But for this, I want to go to someone who like specializes in sew-ins and stuff. And there's one, I've been following her. She's following me on my business page as well. And I wanted to go to her before, but I think she had moved or she had closed, or I don't know what happened, why I didn't go to her, but I didn't. But I really want to this time. So I think she's who I'm going with. I think so, because I want the layers, everything. I want it to look good. And I also want to figure out how I can make it as versatile as possible without being too much leave out, because I don't want to be worried about it. But I also want to be able to like put my hair like half up, half down at least, and put it in like a low ponytail. I don't need a high ponytail. That's fine. Just like a low ponytail, claw clip, and not look like crazy. You have to be worrying about things. So that's what I want. But yeah, I am now going to do a little bit of scrolling. I'm gonna read eventually. I'm not gonna read a lot. I'm just gonna read like maybe a chapter and then call it a day for that. But I'm gonna do a little bit of scrolling. I'm gonna do my skincare and see where the rest of the night takes me. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be doing too much more. Maybe a few little edits. I do have a bunch of content on my phone, but yeah, that's it. So I'll pick you guys up when I am doing my skincare. Okay, the only other skincare I'm gonna do is to put on these eye masks from Topicals, just because I feel like because I woke up so early, my eyes feel very tired and they look very tired. So I'll put these on while I sit here. I am going to do some reading, and I guess I can do like a little bit of editing too, just on my phone in between reading, just because with this reading I'm not like reading straight. I'm just reading little bits, thinking about it, and then continuing to read, because it's literally science, so it's more like studying, so I feel like I can't overload myself with it. Yeah, that's the vibe. And then I'm gonna do my vitamins as well. I'm gonna do actually my iron first. I've been taking this. It's been prescribed by my doctor because my iron is perpetually low. It's been low all my life. I don't know. I don't know why, but it's gotten better. But the last one I was on, like, I just didn't like it. It gave me heartburn. Like, I was not a fan. But this one seems to be better. It's IMAX. You can get it. Like, I got it on Amazon. You can get it if you need iron supplements, but it's like a heavy duty one. So if you take this every day, like, it will improve your iron. But I don't know how it's going to be after I stop taking it, because if this is what's improving it and then I stop, like, I don't think it's just going to stay up. And then I usually just take my vitamin D and my magnesium. I like to space these out though, because these two I can't take together. And these two I can, but I should actually be taking this in the morning. But I'm waiting on some supplements to come in. A brand reached out to me and they wanted to send over some Shilajit and Lion's Mane. So that's what I'm waiting for. It's actually supposed to come today. Let's see where that's at. And those will be also my morning supplements. So they all kind of just go together, because I don't really like taking just the one-off supplement. It feels weird to me. So let's see where those are. Oh, it's delivered. Okay, so it's here. So that will be part of my morning routine starting tomorrow. Lion's Mane is great for like focus and like your memory and your mind, which is something that is very important to me. And Shilajit, I keep forgetting what it's good for. I feel like it's good for gut health. Let's see. Benefits. Let's see. Stay in browser. Hormonal balance, increased energy, support for bone health, and cognitive support. So I was wrong. It does all of those things, which is also very good for me, especially the energy support with this waking up earlier. I'm gonna need it. And of course, cognitive support is always necessary, especially when you're trying to like build something and you have to be like thinking a lot. I need anything I can get. So yes, we're gonna see how those do. They're letting me try it out for like a couple of weeks before I like actually say anything about it. So hopefully I do like it so I can tell you guys about it, and we'll see how that goes. But now I'm just gonna continue to do what I was doing. I'm gonna, I almost fell off my bed. I'm gonna read on my Kindle, which I've been actually using a lot. Like, I feel like I need to do a favorites video and this is gonna be in it, because I've been using this a lot. Let's see. Yeah, Science of Pilates. This is what we're reading for the rest of the evening and going through our editing. Well, why did I just check my email? And I signed up for the waitlist for a class tomorrow at 8 a.m. And mind you, that this is the same studio that's like an hour away. It's not an hour, but like in my mind, it's like an hour away. And I was like, oh, I'll probably not get off the wait list. The class is at 8 a.m., which means I'd have to wake up early. Why did I get off the wait list? And then I booked another one for Friday at 8 a.m. So I'm really gonna be an in the morning person. Oh my gosh. I was like, wait, because I looked, because I was like, oh, once it gets to 8, if I don't get off the wait list, I'm gonna cancel it. Just because like I think it's like 12 hours, 8 hours. I think it's 8 hours. I still have time, but like I'm not gonna cancel it. And I was like, oh wait, it says reserved. And then I looked, and in my email it said, you're off the wait list. It's gonna be fun. I booked a heated math club with the same instructor I did today, which I really like her class. She teaches at another studio too, and I've actually seen her content there, and I didn't realize it was the same person until they had the studio tagged her, and I saw it. I was like, oh, say word. But yeah, I really like those classes, but 8 a.m. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're waking up at 6. Let me set my alarms now, because anyways, I'm gonna get back to reading. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I just finished my Pilates class. I didn't film because I realized when I got to the studio that I barely had any time left on my SD card, but yeah, we did that. I filmed on my phone though. And if you've been watching on the Instagram, I've been posting a lot with the studio. Like I said, we're doing UGC for them. And I've really been enjoying all of the classes, except for one. I just didn't like the way the instructor was like teaching it. But that's an instructor thing. That's not even a studio thing. But sometimes you have instructors where you're like, I didn't like that. It was really clunky, and like I didn't like the way she was cueing it. It's not my vibe. And she was yelling, and there was no music, and I was overstimulated. I think that's just me, but other people enjoyed the class. I wasn't a fan of it. But yeah, the other instructor, I've been taking her classes most often, Cassandra. If you go to Controlology, I recommend taking her classes. Her and Sade, I really like their classes. I've taken I don't remember her name, but she does Reformer, like the Red Light Reformer. She was also pretty good. But those two are my favorites. But yeah, we started off the day with that, and then I stopped into Starbucks. Oh, the lid is popping off. That's great. Good thing it didn't happen when I was driving. I got a shaken espresso. I get this just because it's like 100 calories. So if I'm gonna get a coffee and I'm not gonna make it at home, I don't want it to be like ridiculously sweet and like killing my calories. So I get this with the line the cup with mocha. That's optional because I don't think it really like does too much for it. I just felt like being fancy today. And then I get peppermint syrup. Only one pump. Today I got 2. I should have got 1. And then the sugar cookie cold foam. I get this, and I specifically go to Starbucks to get it just because I only like to go when they have the seasonal stuff. In the summer, I'm not going. I'm going to a proper coffee shop because realistically, their coffee is not that great. And after like, I know a lot of people were like kind of boycotting it, but then I realized that it's no point in doing that. You have to boycott everything if you do that. But when I was doing that, when I wasn't really going as much, I was going to independently owned coffee shops, and it was so much better. Like my favorite Backroads Coffee Roasters, they're in Mississauga, but I believe they ship pretty much worldwide, or at least in the North America. Their coffee is amazing. Their coffee is really, really good. I like Tribeca. They also use like independently owned like what are they called? Not brewers. What are they called? Like bean roasting people. They use them. So their coffee is also really good. And I just rather go to a shop where I'm like literally seeing the owners day in, day out. I was going to Backroads a lot because it's right beside my Pilates studio that I usually go to. And I was like, I know the baristas, like it's a good vibe and it's like a cool little community. Starbucks is cute for the holiday drinks, and I think that's where I draw that line. And it's cheaper now, which is crazy to say, but yeah. We're about to head home. I think I'm gonna go for a walk just because I haven't done an outside walk in a long time because it's been cold and it's been snowing. But I think today is like just warm enough to go. I'm either gonna wear my Super Puff, or I convinced my mom to buy one last year and she bought the black, and I kind of like black better. I think I'm gonna get my own, but she has it now, so I think I might steal it if she didn't take it with her, if she's watching this video. Yeah, because she steals my stuff all the time, so it's fine. And then we're gonna go for a walk and listen to a podcast, and then we'll see where the day takes us. I think I'm gonna end out this vlog there though.